Tony, you're welcome to stay on if you have the time.
Thank you. I think I probably have to bolt, but have a wonderful time with Kim, as anyone does when they're with Kim.
All right, break a leg.
Okay,
Bye,
so long.
Tony.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Bye-bye.
Now we have on, and she's been on for a while, and thanks for being part of the last segment, Kim Carson, who's also one of the real greats, great performers in the Philadelphia area or anywhere. I've seen her. Stop being modest, Kim. You knew I was going to say that because I gave you great reviews for everything other than Little Women, where you were just a little too good for the stage for your character. What I've seen her in is The Master Builder, where she really scared the hell out of me because she was a little too good as Hilda, as anyone who's dated anyone a little bit psycho could probably relate to. That was at People's Light and Theater, I guess, over a year ago now. I saw her in Little Women. At Bristol Riverside, Camelot up in Long Island. I'm blanking out the name, but it's also it's a very beautiful area where I saw it. And I saw her in Becky Shaw at the Montgomery Theater. And that was your most recent play. And anyhow, thank you for coming on.
And Kim, I haven't seen you. It's Sharon Geller. I haven't seen you, but boy, have I heard great things about you from Adam.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. It's always nice to have great things said about you.
Sure.
You're really damaging my credibility, never having seen Kim as someone who writes reviews for my page.
I'm sorry, we don't all get around as much as you, Adam. I only aspire to your social life.
Well, I can't call Kim one of the best Philadelphia actors because I haven't seen her in anything in Philadelphia proper yet. So, but your new production, New City Stage Company, is within the Philadelphia city limits, correct?
That's right. It's going to be at the Adrian.
That's a first, and that is coming up in May. Tell us a little bit about the play.
Perfect. Oh boy, it's a real wild ride, I think. You want me to tell you a little bit about what it's about?
Absolutely, and the audience.
Okay, let's see. There's a CIA-like organization called the Fifth Floor, and there's a mole that's found within the organization. We know that the mole is Agent Sunny Black, who I play, and she sold important information about a government weapon, and the organization needs to find out who the buyers are, get a confession, that sort of thing. But Sunny's hard to break. They bring in ex-agent Josh Ruskin, who's played by the very wonderful Kevin Bergen. And he's supposed to interrogate and find out what Sunny's done and what she's up to. The interesting part is that Josh is Sunny's ex-husband. And so through the play, we learn about what Sunny's motives were. We see that there's still a spark between the exes. And in true spy story fashion, there's a lot of secrets revealed and twists, and nothing is what it seems like it's going to be.
How would you describe your character? And you really do play a variety of personality types, and I think you really have shown a lot of diversity, at least in the four things that I've seen you in.
Mm-hmm. I get to do. I've been really, really lucky lately in that I've gotten to do a lot of different types of roles. This one is really fun, being a CIA sort of agent. She's kind of a female James Bond, and in this play, she's she's known as the girl who goes all the way, which has all sorts of implications.
Well, that was also your last character in Becky Shaw.
It's true.
On the first date, yeah.
I think in this case it refers to her ability she can complete any mission, and she'll do whatever it takes, no matter what. And in the play, we learn a lot about that and the toll that it takes on her and what's around her.
Kim, Sharon here. I have a question to ask you. I once worked with a director who said to me, there are three reasons that you do a show. You want to work with the director, you want to do that role, or you want to do that show. Would you say that those three reasons guide your decisions for whether or not to take on a part?
I think so. I would add that sometimes there is the reason of the wallet.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to work, but
sure.
In this particular case of this play and a lot of the plays that I've been lucky enough to do the last few years, I go to that audition really excited about it and really dying to do it. Adam saw Becky Shaw and he saw Camelot, and those were roles that since I was first introduced to those plays or that musical, I really wanted to do. And I think that's a great way to describe it. You want to work with that director. You want to work on that play. Mm-hmm. and I've been lucky enough to have a lot of that be true.
Well, the role that you're going to be in September is a classic show, and probably a very different role from your next role. And,
Yeah.
and maybe you could tell us a little bit. You're going to be playing Louise in Gypsy in
Right.
Lancaster.
Yep, at Fulton Opera House. That's a role, like what we were just talking about. That's something I have been dying to play since I can remember, since I first was introduced to that musical. It's a great musical. There's a reason it's a classic and everybody knows it. There's been several movies and several productions of it.
You caught the one at Bristol Riverside?
I didn't. I was very
no.
disappointed to have missed it.
Oh, that's
I heard
when you
good
were
things
working in
about it.
Long Island? Yeah, you were doing the...
It's true. Yeah, I was out of town. But it's great. It's great music. I mean, Jill Stein and Sondheim wrote the lyrics, so it's pretty brilliant. And the structure, the book, the characters go on a really interesting journey. I mean, it's really terrific. And what I get to do is particularly interesting, I think, going from sort of a tomboy, bumpkin, no talent kind of gal to being the star and the pretty girl.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Gypsy, I don't think that'll be that much of a stretch for you, but Gypsy definitely has one of the all-time great female roles, but it's not yours. It's Mama Rose who dominates the stage here. And my question is, I've seen you enough. You tend to dominate a stage. I don't know if I'd even want to be another performer on the stage with you, but you have to be secondary in this one. Tell us a little bit about who's going to be playing the best role in the show, which is not yours, Mama Rose, and the way you're going to sort of tone down your character a little bit so she always dominates the stage.
First of all, that's very nice of you. I think you give me more credit than I'm deserving of. But Denise Whalen is going to be playing Rose in our production, and she's a Philadelphia actress. She does a lot at the Walnut, places like that. She is terrific. She and I have worked together before in one of the first things I did in Philadelphia, which was a production of Side by Side by Sondheim at the Walnut, actually, and she's terrific. I don't think you have to worry at all about her taking command of the stage.
I've seen Denise, and she is a fantastic performer. And I think you're right; she can hold her own with you. But what I think that's nice is that, as you said, you get to do a stretch from a no talent, introverted girl to this wonderful performer in the course of your role. So, if I said, give me 3 adjectives that you think describe Louise, what would you say?
Oh boy!
All right, give me 2. Or 1.5, I'll settle for
Louise. Well, it's funny because it's almost as if she's 2 different characters. She's very different at the beginning. At the beginning, she's shy and she's background, I think. And at the end, she's front and center and sexy and loving it.
5 adjectives. That's 2 more than I asked for.
Well, Kim Carson, thank you for coming on today. Kim
pleasure.
will be in Assymetric with the New City Stage Company that runs from mid-May to mid-June. And then in September, she'll be in Gypsy at the Fulton Opera House in Lancaster. Kim, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Bye-bye, Kim.
Take care.